Hi, my name's Steve Rowe, otherwise known as Libra Steve, and welcome to a quick talk which is going to talk about Raku and Crow and HTMX. And I'll explain what those things are, you'll see as we go through. So first of all, what we're looking at right now is the comma IDE, which is now maintained by Raku Community, which is a great way of developing pure Raku projects. There's also a comma plugin for the IntelliJ IDE family. This is all built on IntelliJ. It's like a custom IntelliJ. Fine, so this is taken directly from Git. So I have my repo here that I've cloned down on my machine, and I've opened it in comma, so you can see the all the various files on the left here. So what am I doing? Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm building a website using Crow, and then I'm in progress of writing the HTMX examples from htmx.org. So the original site is here. If I just go command click, I'll open the web browser. Right, there we are. These are the HTMX examples on htmx.org. And then going back to Crow. So how do I get those running on Raku? So first thing I can just show you running at the server here. So I've made a new empty directory, and in this directory I'm going to create a Crow. I'm use a Crow stub command, and that's going to give me a few options. So I'm just going to do basic no TLS, SSL, HTTP, just yes through all of these. So that's now made me a little stub service, and then on the right here you can see this is the view of my my projects so far. So what I need to do is to copy over the relevant directories over to, probably send them to the wrong place here. Yeah, temp examples. Did they arrive? Yes, they arrived. So now I can go Crow run. So it's easy as that. You have to spell things correctly. It's easy as that to, once you've installed Raku, I use Raku Brew. This is a Mac. Once you've installed Crow with Zeph install Crow, all the getting started instructions are in the README, by the way. It's all on GitHub for you to try yourself. You just go Crow run. Okay, fine. So what does that site look like? So it's on my local machine. It's on localhost port 20,000. So here it is running. So you can see I've created a pretty simple web page here. List of the different examples on the left, and you can pick the example that you want to play with just by clicking down through those. Don't click below infinite scroll because there ain't nothing there yet. I haven't done it yet. Let's see. So what we've got here, we've got click to load. So I can load more agents here. And when I click, then I'm loading more into my web page. Got a few cool things going on. Lazy loading. So you can see how you can deal with slowly delivered items and then bring them onto the screen in a nice way. You can do things like edit rows. So I can edit a row of, I broke something. Okay, don't look now. Okay, or you can do delete row, and you can delete a row. I get a little dialog that pops up, and then that will take out that row. So very much Ajax style type dynamic website, but not using any Java, not writing any JavaScript here. It's all done with the HTMX library. Cool. Okay, so let's look at one I've just done, which is infinite scroll. So I've got a table here, and I get a page of 20, and then as I scroll down, you'll see I've got my little infinite scroll going with my little widget just flashing away then to show you what's going on. Fine. Okay, so how do we do that behind the scenes? So if you go back to the example, what I've got here is I've got a top level index page on the right. So this is the index page. This is all there is, right? This is the index page for the overall contents that you're seeing. So we have, you know, the header, RakuHTMXExample. We've got a nav bar that's on the left, and we've got the content on the right. And then I can look at the nav bar. So I'm using RakuCro templates here. So I've got my nav bar template. So this is the list of all the various examples that we were clicking on. And when you click them, then it loads them using, so these HX attributes in your HTML tag. So this is actually in the ordered list tag, and it's pulling, it's targeting the content window, and you know, it's loading the URL target into that content window. So hopefully that's pretty clear. Then in the content window, well, it's the content. When I put it, got nav bar. Oh yeah, the content is just coming from this subroutine down here. So this is Cro template language. So it's very lightweight templating language. You can actually put subroutines into your templates. So there's one here for navbar, one here for content. And if you're a sharp-eyed nose, you'll notice I use that file, use navbar, at the top of my homepage to pull everything together. Obviously, we've got a few style sheets in here. So we've got the HTMX itself, that's down at the bottom here, some HTMX extensions, and I use Pico CSS to do my styling here, which I think works really well because it's very light on, unlike things like Tailwind and Bootstrap, it puts very little in, it needs you to put very little into your HTML to kind of overpower what's in the HTML. It's more what they call semantic tags, so you can use header, main, section, and so on, and it will deliver the style around those semantic tags. So if you want to see more about Pico CSS, there's a little link here. You can go ahead and look at that and see what they're doing over there. Again, for semantic HTML, that's really what we're talking about. Cool. Okay, so let's dig into the infinite load. So here's my, so I've got a set of top level roots. So Cro basically says you need to have some roots, guy. Okay, so there are two roots here. So what if I'm going to get anything to this? Okay, so you have the HTTP verb, basically get, push, post, whatever that is. Then if you have a particular path, that will appear after the little lambda signal in front of the block, and that will then be brought in this example. We take everything that we don't recognize and we map it over to a static path, and then we can see here we've got statics. So those bars we saw, the little flashing bars over here, just as an image. Cool. Okay, and then elsewhere, so for each one of the examples now, I'm including a particular RakuMod file. So the one at the bottom for infinite scroll, and I'm also putting a root. So within a root block, you can include other roots using this include function, which takes a pair. So you basically have the root that you're looking for, and then the file that's going to serve those up. So in that case, if I come over to, I'm going to put it in infinite scroll, here we go, then I've got I'm declaring that infinite scroll roots here as an export, and just putting that directly into the main roots file as we saw. So you can build up roots like that. Roots can even go in separate modules with Cro. It's pretty flexible for having just, complex things that can be assembled together. And then my roots that I'm adding for the infinite scroll, I've got my index root basically. So if I get just the root of infinite scroll here, then that delivers the index, and that's coming in from a Cro template. So another one of those. So that would be the infinite scroll index. So you can see here that brings in the table, name, email ID. Where do we have that? So you can see it over on examples. Yeah, so name, email. Oh, hang on, infinite scroll. Main email ID at the top, and then you have the table rows coming in. So you have TR, and then here we have again a little bit of Crow template. So the @ is an iterator. This is saying iterate over my contacts, and give them a local variable $C, and then if it's the last one, I put in my HTMX get to get the next page, or if it's not the last one, it's just regular TR, and then I have my content, so the actual name, email ID is filled in there. And then within my Raku over here, my root block, what I'm doing is I create contacts a page at a time, put in a bit of a delay so you can see the little spinner, and then my result is generate a contact, which has, it's a hash, so the items in the hash come out over here when you pass the data in to the template generator. Fine, and then I'm just creating a little random number for Agent Smith's ID badge. So easy stuff. It's as simple as that, really. You'll see I'm delaying so you can see the spinner here. If you get to the next page, as you scroll down, then we actually identify a different route, which is contacts. So here it is. That's infinite scroll /contacts. The routing syntax, looking for a get here, is looking for a page number. In fact, I'm going to give that an int type, so it has to be a number, and then it will go get that and go generate that new page, and it will deliver it onto the partial Crow template. And as you can see, that's just going to give you just the row. It only gives you the row. Of course, it's going to deliver 20 rows at a time, and just the last one will have scrolling to the next page. It's as simple as that, said he. Okay, cool. So thanks for your patience on that. See it one more time in action. So I'll just hard reload this page and go to lazy loading. Oh, sorry, I said infinite scroll, wrong example. And then as we scroll down, you can see I have to go quite quick, otherwise things will appear before the spinner appears. Great, well I hope that was interesting. Do feel free to go to GitHub, the links will be in the notes, and follow the Getting Started. That'll tell you how to clone the GitHub, how to build your own Raku and install all the pieces you need, and start to play around. Many thanks for your time.